40, 90. 50 from 2, 40 from 3, and 90 from the free throw line. So my note, L, is too many from many.
Okay.
They gave them too many good opportunities, too many times for them to show that they are one of the most well-together teams in the entire WNBA. But if it comes to Stewie, let's be real here. That was heartbreak for her.
Sure.
You know, missing that free throw, missing the layup.
And have you been in that situation, Shanae, Dre, where you feel like you've let your team down and you've had to bounce back from that?
I absolutely have been in that situation because once when I was at Stanford, it was junior year, it was after my sister left and was #1 in the WNBA draft. We lost to UConn and I felt like the world was on my shoulders because I was supposed to be the next leader from Stanford. I stayed in the arena, I sat at the top of the nosebleed, they cried my eyes out. Similarly, at my last game in the Pac-12 tournament, we lost. And so that helped us fix the things we needed to fix, and then we went to the Final Four. So the best way to coach, the best way to teach is sometimes heartbreak, and I know Stewie and the Liberty feel that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think about Breanna Stewart and this New York Liberty team. They're coming with so much on their shoulders from last season's WNBA Finals, and now you're adding more pressure from Game 1 of this WNBA Finals, where they feel like they didn't play their best. But that's the thing, the Liberty played so well in the first quarter, but to me, they did not play well at all in the last 3 quarters of the game. So you're thinking, they played terrible, and it was a close game. You've got to turn the page and respond.
And we want to turn the page and show those Instagram game notes again for Nafisa. It was "Don't run from the smoke." And how cool is this? It was literally in Times Square. And for Stewie, only number that matters is number 1. But this is where we have seen the Liberty, every single one of their finals appearances, they drop Game 1, and they do bounce back. We expect that today.
Look, it's a must-win for the Liberty. They can't go 0-2 to Minnesota.
Yeah, they never come back down 0-2. All right, we're going to close things out here on WNBA Countdown in just a minute.
Popcorn!
We'll be here.
Are we done?
We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
Thanks
We're
for
ready.
watching.
We're ready.
Let's get it to tip.
Their belief in themselves and each other is off the charts.
We're resilient. We know that they're a tough team. We know what we can do as well. We never give up. That's my point guard right there.
We're continuing to have to make believers.
Let's go hard all day. Let's don't cry and play. Start the game.
Welcome to all our new fans. Welcome to the WNBA Finals.
From the jump, we got to play as hard as we can.
Ionescu, she got it. New York coming in the first.
When did it start?
Here comes Minnesota. What a comeback from the Lynx.
Come on. It's halftime. Who's ready?
Here we go. Stewart for the tie. Misses the layup. Minnesota with a miracle Game 1 win.
This is the final. We can't give in.
Yeah, we just take it on the chin. But the beauty is we have another game on Sunday, and we'll be ready.
We welcome you to the WNBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. A beautiful Sunday afternoon in Brooklyn, New York, getting ready for Game 2 of these best-of-5 finals. The Minnesota Lynx, a 1-0 series lead after a thrilling Game 1 win. These Liberty fans filing in, always a raucous atmosphere here. Down the stretch of Game 1, Courtney Williams, a 4-point play with under 10 seconds to go to give the Lynx their first lead of the game. Then Breanna Stewart fouled with under a second remaining, hit the game-tying free throw, missed what was the go-ahead. Perhaps game-winning free throw. Then in overtime, under 20 seconds remaining, Nafisa Collier's turnaround jumper, the game winner, as Breanna Stewart missed the layup to tie at the buzzer. As we welcome you courtside, hey everybody, Ryan Rugo alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. So happy to be with you this Sunday afternoon on ABC. A comeback for the ages from the Minnesota Lynx in Game 1, and it was led by Nafisa Collier.
Quite a performance for Nafisa Collier in her first ever playoffs game. She got it, her finals game. She got it done on both ends of the floor offensively. Not only the 21 points per game, but did it in an efficient manner and hit that huge game-winning shot in overtime. Did it defensively as well, Ryan. 6 blocks on the day. 4 times she was able to block Breanna Stewart, and then this was a huge one late as well.
Taking a look at today's value players brought to you by McDonald's. Big contributions from Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride. The points and the efficiency. Meanwhile, for the New York Liberty, a game they do not want to root forever. First team in playoff history to blow a 15-point lead with 5 minutes.
Points were fine. It was their efficiency that was the problem. Both are experienced. Both are leaders. I do expect a big game here Sunday.
Well, we always expect a big performance from our studio trio. El Chene Drea helping get us ready for tip.
Yes, and we know that they shot this duo between Stewie and Sabrina Ionescu 30% from the field, which was the worst duo that we've seen in postseason history. So who, in your opinion, Chene, needs to step up more? Is it Stewie or Sab?
I think it's Sabrina Ionescu. Yeah. We've seen, though, Sabrina bounce back in the postseason this year. Game 3 versus Las Vegas Aces, she only had 4 points. How did she respond in Game 4? She had 22, was clutch and helped them get to this stage right here. So I think she has the pass to give her confidence for bouncing back from Game 4.
And one of the biggest things, especially in that Aces Game 4, was she gave up the ball. I trusted that it was going to come back to her instead of the ball sticking. So Sabrina kind of trusting that ball movement and then getting the ball in her spots for those catch-and-shoot opportunities could be golden for her to have a bounce-back game.
There was a bright spot for the Liberty, though, and her name was Jonquil Jones.
Jonquil Jones was phenomenal. She shot 9 for 14 from the field.
Yeah.
If I am the Liberty, I'm getting her the ball because she's the ultimate mismatch. She scored 24 points. She also has close points and rebounds. She has the most such games in the finals in WNBA history. Feed her the ball.
Yeah, give it to her. Her 6th double-double in the finals. That's tied for the 2nd most all-time, trailing only Sylvia Fowles. Anybody else who you're going to be really watching for on this Liberty team in this game?
You know, I'm really interested in Benai Delaney because we obviously said throughout this playoff she is not healthy, she is not 100%, but the Liberty plays really well when she is out there on the floor. And I know she can only play in 5-minute spurts, but in the second quarter when Minnesota came back, Benai was on the bench. In the fourth quarter when Minnesota came back, Benai was on the bench. They had to find a way to have her on the floor in pivotal moments. She barely played in overtime. The Liberty didn't play well in overtime. Benai needs to be on the floor.
We heard that they have 50, 40, 90. That's what they shot. The Lynx. If the Knights is on the floor, those numbers don't stand up. She's one of the best defenders in the WNBA.
And maybe it looks like 2.5 minutes at a time. So she's in throughout the quarter.
Or that's the second half overtime. Save her for when you need her most.
Save her for those pivotal moments.
They also scored 32 points in the first quarter of Game 1. They came out on fire. Do you expect that they're going to come out that way after what happened in Game 1?
They have no choice.
Sure.
They're back and against the wall. I've been saying this. This is the best New York Liberty team that we've ever seen in WNBA history. That's 28 years. And that includes our colleague Rebecca Logo's squad. They have to be able to bounce back because we've never seen anyone go through a deficit like this and win in WNBA history.
And another thing they're going to have to do is contain Courtney Williams. Because even at the beginning of the game, they didn't do a great job of containing Courtney Williams off the bounce. She is so crafty. She's so quick. You talk about Simone Augustus' crossover. Courtney Williams is matching that crossover from Simone Augustus. She is that good. But I know I talk about defense a lot, but they've got to find a way to contain that dog on the other side.
And in particular, we talked about this being the Lynx team that shares the ball so well. We saw the ball movement. Honestly, it was Biggie that said spread love, it's the Brooklyn way.
Yeah.
And the Lynx took that personally and did exactly that. But very quickly, I want to get your predictions. Very quickly, I want to get your predictions. Who's winning today?
I have the Liberty because they have to win. They literally have to win. They have to. There's nothing.
Completely agree. I'm going with New York again.
The Liberty have only lost back-to-back games one time this season. It was back in May, and it was to the Lynx. Let's get it back to Rebecca and Ryan.
Thank you very much, El. Already an electric atmosphere here. How does New York bounce back after a crushing Game 1 loss from more on that? Here's another Hall of Famer, Holly Rudd.
Well, Ryan, you documented the heart-crushing misses from Brianna Stewart. She had a chance to win the game twice in Game 1, but talking to Stewie, she had a really great mindset. She's like, it's on to the next one. I do want to be the player. I want to be great. I want to be the one taking those shots in those moments. Last year in Game 4, she had a chance to win that against Las Vegas Aces. She did not take the shot, and she said, still to this day, it haunts me that I didn't take it. So she has vowed she will be the one in these moments. When she said, hey, I just can't let it get in my head. There's a moment there I was like, WTF, what just happened? She's had a really good mindset on to the next, trying to stay positive, but they want to get her on the move, play with more pace, and get better movement off screens to help combat the tough defense of Lisa Collier.
Thank you very much, Al. We'll take a look at the starting lineup, beginning with the visiting Lynx. Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, both had big game ones for Carlton, Nafisa Collier, and Alana Smith, who had the key offensive rebound before Williams' 4-point play. For the Liberty, this 5-player unit has been the most successful in plus-minus in these playoffs. Rainey Hamilton, Ionescu, Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and Naomi Phoebus, the 6'4" German rookie. Sandy Brondello telling us one of the things she learned from game one in these matchups against Minnesota, bigger is better. Minnesota went small late. It was effective for the Lynx. Here we go. Game 2 is underway as Minnesota wins the tip.
You see Naomi Phoebus as the primary defender on Courtney Williams. New York is going to need to do a better job limiting Williams here.
And right away a steal. Ionescu thought you were the whistle. Lays it in transition. And you can see Ionescu was a little confused. Sounded like there was a whistle after she got hit off the steal.
Minnesota stopped as well. You see the steal by Sabrina Ionescu here. First the quick hands by Jonquel Jones. All the players kind of pull up because it certainly sounded like there was a whistle.
I'll tell you what, the broadcast team almost pulled up as well. A good start for New York. Here's McBride. And Jones switched on her. Smith wants it in the post. Rainey Hamilton can handle that. Williams knocked away. Good active hands early from New York. Shot clock at 5. Williams has it knocked away by Stewart. Stewart in transition. Finds Ionescu. Her 3. Is good.
Great energy defensively from the jump here for the New York Liberty. Sandy Brondello told us how important pace was to get good looks in transition.
5 straight from Ionescu to get this game as Phoebus picks up an early personal. All of a sudden to watch with Phoebus.
Keep your hands up and high defensively. Why? Because you might get a deflection. That's what happened on the last possession. Stewart got it. And then good look in the secondary for Ionescu.
Williams, the crossover, the money shot, back iron no. Offensive board Minnesota, McBride unable to hit. Here comes Ionescu, off to Jones. Jones spinning on Collier, can't scoop it in. And the rebound taken down by Carlton.
Obviously, defensive boarding is going to be huge for Minnesota.
Nice find, Carlton to Smith for 2.
New York 20 offensive boards in game 1.
Tied a finals record. Phoebus set a rookie record with 5 made threes in game 1 of the finals. Here's Rainey Hamilton. Still needed after knee surgery in late July.
Look at the defense by the Minnesota Lynx.
Ionescu down on the rim, nothing more. Williams the weak side rebound.
Kayla McBride is a terrific perimeter defender. Gave Sabrina all kinds of trouble in game 1.
Held her to 1 for 12 in game 1. As Collier turns it over, that's already 3 turnovers for Minnesota through the first 2+ minutes of game 2.
New York had so many more looks at the basket in game 1 because of their offensive boards. Minnesota needed to take care of that and stop turning the basketball over.
It's going to be an offensive foul on Jonquel Jones. So this is something to take note of. The players you worry about for foul trouble if you're New York are Phoebus and Jones, and they both already have an early personal. Brown? Yes. I agree. Here's Smith diving inside, laying it in, and Jones had to be careful with that one personal already as Carlton knocks it out of bounds.
Good for Jonquel to be careful and very smart for Smith to take it right at the plate early on because Jonquel Jones is susceptible to picking up multiple fouls in a quick amount of time.
Stewart short, Phoebus the board, another chance here for New York. And Hamilton finds a cutting Stewart for 2.
Great cut by Brianna Stewart. Set the flare screen for Sabrina Ionescu and then just dove to the basket.
McBride with the shot, rebound saved by Ionescu. Here comes Rainey Hamilton, 4 on 5. Ionescu back into the picture. Next, higher, Ionescu in New York as Williams wins in a three. Williams with 15 points between the fourth quarter and overtime in game one. Stewart on the move, leading jumper is good. The Stewart and Ionescu have combined a total of 7 already in this first, after they both were so inefficient in game one. Collier getting away, throws it in, uses that lane so well. Able to pick that up. Ionescu, that's going to be out of bounds. Off of Ionescu as New York turns it over.
Stewart flare screen where you have to worry about Sabrina, and then she just dives to the basket. The screener is the one who is often open. And we've seen this a couple times already in the first quarter. Assist by Stewart to Sabrina. How about that last turnover forced by Alana Smith, just picking up Sabrina full court. Alana Smith plays so hard.
That's a set.
Yes.
Picking up Sabrina full court.
Just a little tight guard, right?
With Williams dragging out Stewart. Knocked away. Williams wanted to kick and get it, and Jones puts it down in traffic. And it's going to be a jump with Jones and Collier. But ill-advised from John Claude Jones putting it down there. With a couple of bodies around. Minnesota still upset because they thought it was a beautiful look on Stewart when Williams initially lost the basketball. You can see on Cheryl Reed's stage, he is still thinking the same thing. Collier and Jones will jump it off. Advantage Jones. And New York brings it in. A 12-9 lead for the Liberty. We're going to bounce back and even up these best-of-5 finals in a game apiece. Christine. Off to Jones. To the shoot. Jones scores in for 2.
That's a really good sign for New York Liberty because that would typically be a shot that John Claude Jones would set for from 3. Instead, attacking the rim.
Elijah Laney, Hamilton working hard over screens as Smith lays it in.
Tough finish, too, because Brianna Stewart's help defense was right there in the paint.
Atlanta Smith with 3 layups already in this first. Lady Hamilton's mid-range is good. Elijah Laney Hamilton was the only member of the Liberty who had a plus. Plus 8 in game 1 when it comes to plus minus. In the corner, Smith's 3. Back out and no. Rebound, Lady Hamilton. Off to Ionescu. Ionescu the attack. The leader, she got it. Right in the first for Sabrina Ionescu.
And with Liberty extending their pressure as well, trying to slow down Minnesota.
In the corner, Carlton connects. Second most catch-and-shoot threes this season. There's a Carlton 2, David Fryder teammate 1. Stewart on the move against Collier. Lady Hamilton, answer. New York has hit its last 7 shots.
That's what both of these teams are capable of. Big shot-making players. They share the basketball. They hit well from deep.
New York put up 32 in the first quarter of game 1. Those points the Lynx had allowed in the quarter all season, and they weren't able to carve her way to the cup. 21-16, New York in front. Here's Jones into Phoebus. Out to Ionescu, long 3. In and out. Stewart tips it alive. Another chance for New York. Laney Hamilton couldn't quite grab it as New York turns it over a third time. Good action early. Liberty lead by 5.
While you were away, there were some developments. Fortunately, DoorDash can quickly come to your rescue. Your door to more. DoorDash.
The thing about traveling with your kids is that each year they get bigger
But the hotel stays the same size. Get an Airbnb and get room for everyone.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Well, can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
They don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on Max. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2 3 birthday parties on Saturday. And Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low-stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball. Here we go.
This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W. Basketball's fun.
The Stars battling in the finals, who certainly have some history with Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. Let's take a look at today's Encore Connection, brought to you by Bumble. And send things over now to Hollywood.
Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier were teammates at UConn in college. Stewie was a senior on that 2016 national championship team when she was a freshman. Nafisa said, I looked up to her. I just wanted to be like Stewie. Well, now she is. They are also teammates on the Olympic national team where they won a gold medal this summer in Paris. They finished 2 and 3 in the MVP voting. Not only that, but they're both balancing motherhood. How about Ruby, Breanna Stewart's daughter, and Mila, Nafisa's daughter? I'm calling them Team USA 2036. I hope they get to grow up and be Olympians as well. So what a similar pathway for both of these women who are guarding each other today.
Awesome stuff, Holly. Such respect and friendship between them. Also both have adorable daughters. Good action early here in game 2. Both teams shooting over 60%. Collier faded for 3. Jones the rebound.
Very good defensive possession by the New York Liberty. Collier had an isolation on the left block. Out came. Better than first turnover here.
Interesting here, too. Taylor Thorne, the first sub for New York, and she comes in for Phoebish rather than for Lainey Hamilton. So Lainey Hamilton, who's been playing in more 5.5 minute stints, has not sat yet in his first quarter.
Wholeheartedly agree with Sandy Bardell. Bigger is better.
All right. Williams hits the jumper. Here's Stewart. Gets inside of Williams and faces.
Seen it a couple times now. Weak side of the floor, that left side, and Bates for New York taking advantage with the dribble drive to the basket.
7 points for Benijah Laney Hamilton. Andrea Carter's X Factor on countdown. Here's McBride. Oh, 3. Kayla McBride, who had so many big threes in game 1. Something Cheryl Reeves talked about with us, that there were so many answer buckets from McBride. New York turns it over again, 5th in the quarter. Williams speeding, pulling. No. Stewart this time to jump. Here comes New York off the Jones rebound. Stewart. Smith on Jones with Collier. Jones muscling in. Nice hands from Collier and Williams. Out of bounds, 6 to shoot for New York.
The New York Liberty got the switch they wanted, and so they put John Cole Jones in the post to go to work. Nafisa Collier just continually able to defend players who are much bigger than she.
Laney Hamilton and Jones will get a breather. Phoebish and Sabali in for New York. Here's Ionescu. She got it. Sabrina Ionescu with 12 first-quarter points. After Very difficult game one performance. A nice bounce back in the first quarter of game two for Sabrina Ionescu. At three, one throw for Carlton and the rebound to Phoenix. Ionescu finds Stewart. Connecting on a three.
New York is really moving and sharing the basketball well.
Collier races in, surrounded and travels.
Sabrina Ionescu has it going on the offensive end here in game two. Just a quick curl around, able to hit it. And these two, how well have they played with one another so far in this first quarter, Ryan, assisting to one another?
Stewart with 7 points, 4 assists, 3 of 4 shooting. Ionescu 12 points, 2 assists on 5 of 7 shooting.
I thought you were going to be like my husband and just ignore me on the question.
We leave that to Steve. Stewart to the corner, Thornton. It's a 10-point New York lead, an 8-0 run. Carlton looking to respond, can't. Finish the rebounds, 10-second difference game shot clock. Thinking about 9. New York won't rush into anything. Trying to force a 2-for-1. They'll settle it into half court. And a tie up here from Collier. And Stewart and Collier will jump it up.
We saw that multiple times in game one as well. Nafisa Collier just able to get her hands in. We saw 6 block shots. Well, this is a save of a possession potentially as well. Just feisty.
Stewart has a much longer wingspan. Even though Collier's for her size long, 6'5". Stewart is 7'1" wingspan. And New York wins the tip. About a 5-second difference game of shot clock now. Vandersloot into the game for New York. Stewart another 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Vanna Massini. Beamish down in the backcourt. Pass nearly squirts out of bounds. 2 seconds left. Carlton gets denied, and that'll do it for the first. So New York puts up 32 in the first quarter of game one. They put up 31 in the first quarter of game two. And have a 10-point lead as they look to even up these best-of-5 finals in a game apiece. Alana Smith is with Ali Ruff.
Alana, you knew that New York was going to come out and make adjustments. What have you noticed so far that's making this first quarter challenging?
They're just being really aggressive on defense. There's not many fouls being called, so we just have to play through it.
Some turnovers have started to creep up. What do you correct there?
Don't turn it over.
Tell me a little bit about the defense that you're playing.
I think we're trying to play the regular defense that we played all season. We need to be better on transition defense, for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The Liberty lead by 10 after one in game two. This presentation for WNBA Finals on ABC will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
The WNBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV. Try it free today. And in part 5, Gatorade. Is it in you?
Since the dawn of fan, watching live sports has always had its challenges. With YouTube TV, you can watch up to 4 live games at once. So missing a play is a thing of the past. How's that for progress?
There's more to any business than the game it's in. Want to meet customers where they are.
Digital experience scandal.
Make buying friction-free.
E-commerce strategy game.
Build competitive advantage. Rewrite the playbook game. That's where Deloitte comes in. We can help businesses of every kind advance and connect all that it takes to perform.
Whatever game you're in.
Deloitte, proud sponsor of progress.
When it comes to money, we're not here to follow the old rules. We're here to write the new ones. We're the CEOs of the living room and the boardroom. We're the ceiling breakers, the gap closers, the new leaders. We know money, and we know what to do with it. When money talks, it's our voice that you hear, loud and clear. And when you money like us, we all win. Anyone and everyone can money like a woman.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Broadway Backstage, October 20th, 5:30, only on ABC7.
Welcome back to the WNBA Finals presented by
You treat it as if you...
Shooting 50% yourself. What have you liked on the offensive end?
We're getting good looks. Both teams are able to play how they want to play right now. We're able to collapse them, share it. We're getting some good looks.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. We appreciate it. Cheryl Lee, the 4-time Coach of the Year. And after winning it again this season, more than any Coach in league history. Stewart dances around Collier, can't finish. By contact, Stewart on the follow. Looking for a whistle instead, just down the bucket.
We heard Lana Smith in an interview with Holly Rose saying it's physical out there. Certainly, so far in this game, the officials are letting them play a lot.
No free throws in that first quarter.
And it's going both ways.
Here is Carlton. Foul's going to be on Stewart. That'll be her first. No player in this game has a second. In fact, no player on Minnesota has even picked up a first yet. Sandy Brondella rocking the Together Everyone Watches Women's Sports t-shirt today. Seafoam green edition. Rosanna Massini. Carlton is deep three. Is good. Big bucket there for Bridget Carlton.
Credit Maisha Hines-Allen. Her hard roll into the paint brought in Phoebish defensively and therefore gave Carlton a little extra time.
And Esther starting the second quarter on the bench, getting a breather for New York. Here's Somali banging inside, stood up by Hines-Allen. And another turnover from New York, their 6th of the first half.
So watch this roll by Maisha Hines-Allen. Sets the screen, rolls hard. Phoebish comes in to help, and what happens? That gives Carlton one extra beat to get off her three.
9-point New York lead, 8:15 to go in the first half. Game 1, an epic contest. Here's into the city. Pull up 2 is up. New York had a 15-point lead, 5 minutes to go. Minnesota came back, won in overtime in game 1. Here's Phoebish, who has not attempted a shot yet in game 2 and 5 threes in game 1. Anderson turns it over. New York very sloppy in the early going, 7 turnovers now. And that's going to be a timeout. Nice job by Anderson. Getting their hands on it. This vitamin. And YouTube TV has teamed up with the WNBA to support the American Cancer Society's Voices of Black Women movement, going to help save lives for generations to come. Remember, scan the QR code or visit voices.cancer.org. As Thornton out, as well as Somali and Laney Hamilton and Jones back in for New York.
2 players listed at 5'8", about to do the jump ball. 2 liars. race. Listen, about to do the jump ball. You got 5 6s here.
Heidemann able to win the tip. Yeah, we haven't officially measured, but I feel like you're probably right about that.
I'm usually right.
Collier, the jumper rolls off. Jones the rebound. Stewart in transition on the run. Stewart. Sandy Brodell wanted Brianna Stewart to run more here in game 2. Connecting on a 3. Tisha Heidemann provided a big boost for the Lynx in game 1.
She was huge in the last 3 minutes of regulation.
Anderson into the paint, dumps it off for Jones. Jones trying to spin it in. Honestly, the initial delivery from Anderson was not on target. Kind of threw everything off. New York scrapping, though, and Laney Hamilton with the tie up on Zamolacini.
It's an over-under on the amount of jump balls we're going to have in this game today. This is what, number 4 already? I mean, that's what playoff basketball, finals basketball is. And here, just scrapping all over New York, Minnesota, going after it.
Thievish out, Ionescu back in for New York. So this is New York's version of a smaller lineup when Ionescu and Anderson are both in together. Stewart can't get it to go. Jones, yeah. Jones 4 points, 4 boards. New York a +7 on the glass already into the 2. Ionescu to steal. Here's Ionescu blasting down the floor, gets fouled, and Sabrina Ionescu will shoot 2.
Multiple times in game 1, Tisha Heidemann was able to turn the corner, going to her strong left hand. What happens? Sabrina Ionescu reaches in, she saves that dribble penetration, and pushing hard the other way.
McBride came very close to coming up with that knock away cleanly. First free throws of the game for either team. As Ionescu missed the first. How about the bounce back here from Sabrina Ionescu? 13 points already, 5 of 7 from the floor.
It shows a real maturity from her, and it's something we also saw in the semifinals between games 3 and 4 against Vegas.
10-point New York lead. Minnesota 1-0 series lead in these best of 5 finals. Williams back in. Here's Hines Allen muscling, floating, can't hit. Stewart after it, and it last hits. I believe Stewart, the officials will confer. And award Minnesota possession. As Vandersloot checks out, Thievish in for New York.
Certainly out of Brianna Stewart's foot. See both of his coaches. Tisha Heidemann comes in, Sloot comes in. Heidemann goes out, Sloot goes out. These two match up well with each other.
McBride off. Thievish the rebound. Off to Ionescu. Thievish, yeah, they're going to call it foul. Thievish took all kinds of contact trying to gather the rebound. And then eventually a chuck from Hines Allen. And even though New York was off and running, Royal Bank said, I got to call that. Maybe chuck was excessive.
It's just like a little swipe, right?
Tap. They dunk it down. Jones backing in, bouncing out. And the shoot still for New York. Laney Hamilton. Karaja forward in Brooklyn. 10 first half points. The 7-0 New York run. Zamolacini drops it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. Liberty by 13 midway through the second.
At US Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones. But we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Cobras, which connects you to a real banker in real time. To help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits. With co-browse, we're always there for you on your road to here. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with, we know. Because at Delta, we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even.
Make me go, loco, loco. Make me go, loco. Make me go, loco.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean. People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Man, remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phones at googlestore.com.
First ever Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN Plus had this bad boy custom made for this exact moment. Bolts cards in prime time. Who's got it better than me? Nobody!
It's a celebration of love and inspiration. What wonderful.
Our dancing stars pay tribute on dedication night.
Plus the return of Derek and Haley Huff.
This was beautiful.
Dancing with the Stars, live Tuesday at 8/7 Central.
It's been quite a journey for Sabrina Ionescu, the first pick of the 2020 draft. That season was played in the Wubble, and she was hurt for most of it, a 2-20 year for New York. The next year, some more wins, attendance starting to rise. Then in 2022, a trip to the playoffs and real growth when it came to the crowds at Barclays Center. In 2023, an explosion, both in wins and fandom. And then this year, taken to a whole nother level, thanks in part to Ellie as well. And Holly Rowe is amongst the incredible fans here at Barclays.
Well, as they have built a super team here in New York, Barclays has become the best atmosphere in the entire WNBA. These super fans have shown up strong. 17,753 fans in the first game, and they're expecting an even bigger crowd today. I wanted to bring you to the tippy top to show you how incredible all these people are that have poured here into Barclays, and I can promise you there is not a bad seat in this house. Look how incredible the view is from the court. Big shout out to New York for being the best fan base in the league right now.
All right, Holly, it really is incredible in this building. It's Phoenix with fires on a three. Today is standing room only here at Barclays Center. John Coach Jones flips it out. For the shoot. Lady Hamilton with her first miss, following the offensive rebound. And Sabrina Ionescu travels 8 turnovers apiece now for New York and Minnesota. 6 offensive rebounds for the Liberty. I do also want to say this, Rebecca. Target Center is an unbelievable atmosphere. And it's all right in Game 3, and if there is a Game 4, it will be jumping in Minneapolis.
And the one thing they have in Target Center that we don't get here in Brooklyn is they have a woman who sits behind the scorer's table crocheting throughout the course of the game. And I cannot wait to meet her.
We have 2 excellent fan bases in these finals. Jones jumps out on Williams. Williams with the jumper, Ionescu the rebound. Phoenix turning the corner, finding Stewart. Her 3.
The pick and pop between Brianna Stewart and Ione Phoenix, and Phoenix knew exactly where to deliver the basketball.
Second 10-0 run of the game for the Liberty. The lead is 16. 12 points, 5 assists for Stewart. On your shots. This is the mid-range. Follows it up as a knockaway by Jones. Ionescu the time. Stewart can't lay it in. Couldn't get the whistle. She is perplexed as to why not. Collier runs in inside, finishes as Phoenix took a hit.
And on the other end, Brandon Stewart should be frustrated. You have to let it play to land.
Yeah.
They're going up for a layup. That should have been a foul call.
Looked like McBride got right underneath her. Ionescu, nice dish to the corner. Lady Hamilton, her advantage. 13 for Benaja. Lady Hamilton in this first half. 5 of 6 from the floor. 3 for 4 from 3. And she's making Andrea Carter feel really good up in her countdown set.
Nice drive by Bridget Carter to the end. This game is really physical. And Sandy Brondello told us her New York Liberty team needed to be more physical on the defensive end. Both teams are coming through in that regard.
Benaja had just 5 points in game 1, and a whistle here is going to go against Collier. That will be her first.
Sabrina Ionescu, her third assist of the game. The look away. Lady Hamilton in the corner. Money once again.
Do the Ravens have it this year? Can Lamar get it done?
They're trying to write us off. Y'all got it? Now hard.
Oh, you know we got it. That's right.
Oh, you know we got it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You're never gonna stop us. 'Cause
I know I've messed up in the past, but I want to say this to the family. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
with Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, I...
Guess how much I paid on delivery fee for this dinner and wine?
0. A toast to 0.
Dash Pass, your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
It's only a shot. Just throw it away.
Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your people. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Even better, get out there. That's it. Way out there. Choose your calling. Choose to really care. Choose to go for it. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move.
I wake up.
It all starts with voting. As a collective, it's important for your voice to be heard.
Something that you can't take for granted, something that you have to exercise. Democracy absolutely depends on voting.
These are your rights, and it's important that you take advantage of them.
Every vote matters, every vote counts.
People have a say, people have choice.
You make an impact more than you would know.
Make your voice heard. Get in the game. Vote.
Game 3 of the best of 5 WNBA Finals, Wednesday night at Target Center in Minneapolis, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. On ESPN and the app, WNBA Countdown kicks off our coverage at 7:30 Eastern. Rebecca, what a difference today for Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu from what we saw in Game 1.
I mean, the efficiency has been so much better. Shot selection as well. Sandy Brondello told us before the game, we can't have two players combining to attempt 47 field goals. Although the way they're shooting today, she might not find.
What has been the biggest difference that you have seen just as far as how they are getting their looks here in Game 2?
The biggest thing for me, New York on the defensive end is really locked in. Their help defense is spectacular. They're disrupting Minnesota. They're getting out in transition. They're making quick decisions. The ball isn't sticking. I know you asked for one. There are multiple reasons.
Well, you're saying defense helping offense.
Yes.
McBride did a nice job denying Ionescu there. Here's Stewart elevating and can't get the roll. Rebound poked out and grabbed by Collier. 15-point New York lead. Remember, they led by 18 in the first half of Game 1. Minnesota then cut it to 2 in the the third quarter, New York built the lead back up to 15 with 5 minutes to go. When the Lynx put together that epic comeback, eventually winning in overtime, becoming the first team in playoff history to win by trailing by 15 or more in the final 5 minutes. It has been 0-183, and Jonquil Jones picks up her second, just being a little too aggressive out in front on Atlanta Smith.
Especially when you're up top, the referees can see every little bit of physical action. You can get away with some of that sometimes in the post, but not up there. You don't want you to get wasting a foul there.
How about the decision of Sandy Brondello here, going to leave Jonquil Jones on the floor with 2. Shot clock down to 5. Collier just stands inside. It's out of bounds. Long the foul. Did not get it. New York basketball.
It's just been a really physical basketball game. The officials have established that they're going to let it continue to be a physical basketball game.
Yeah, because most days that's a fact. And it's over for Minnesota, who has not shot a free throw in this first half. Jones twisting. No, Peters keeps it alive. Lady Hamilton, guarded by Collier. Wants to get it into Stewart, and Costa too strong. Let's take a listen in to sounds of the game. Brianna Stewart in the piece of Collier.
Let's go. Rebound. We're gonna watch out. You guys gotta come behind us. Work. 1, 2, 3. Work. Push it. Get out.
The 2 stars, kind enough to wear mics for us today. New York wants to make sure they close the half strong, something they struggled with in game 1. Wnba missed it badly. Do we have another jump? No, Williams able to slide it over to McBride. Here comes Minnesota. Collier on the move, bounces inside for the easy lay from Smith.
To answer your question about a few possessions ago, probably would have taken Jonquil Jones out. She survived it here, but she is susceptible to getting a couple in a row.
Dump inside, Stewart on the run, gets fouled, and will shoot 2, trying to end a 6-0 run from Minnesota.
The Minnesota Lynx led the WNBA in assists per game this season. Just an unselfish team, willing to share the basketball. Extra pass there, Smith able to finish with contact.
I love Cheryl Reeve's line about her team, saying, we have a like-minded group that knows we do not scare anybody, but we believe in ourselves. Taking a look at the upcoming WNBA Finals schedule. Wednesday on ESPN, it'll be Game 3, 8 Eastern at Target Center. If there is a Game 4, it will be Friday on ESPN, 8 Eastern. For more of these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app.
Jonquil Jones going to the bench for this last minute and not risking her picking up a third.
Fading away and finishing. Tough bucket from the decent Collier, who has led these playoffs in scoring at more than 26 a game.
So tough. Going with her left hand, step back quick over Stewie's outstretched reach.
It is a rich arm as well. Lady Hamilton, 5 to shoot, dumps it in. Sabali beats foul. Yara Sabali will shoot 2. Great delivery from Lady Hamilton.
Yara Sabali is playing really, really well. She's only been in for 6 minutes, already has 3 boards, some on the offensive end, good post up there. She's brought really nice energy.
Earlier, Rebecca, you emphasized that bigger is better, something Sandy Brondello said to us earlier today. And in this first half, we have seen that from Sandy Brondello, just 4 minutes for Courtney Vandersloot. She's done much more with Thornton and Sabali off her bench.
And she's mirrored Vandersloot's minutes with Natisha Haddon's minutes than when the 2 small players come in. Yeah, that's New York's advantage in this series, this game.
That was the first thing Cheryl Reeve mentioned to us before game 1 as well. Our concern about New York's side. Shot clock turned off. Collier fading the foul. Taylor Thornton whistled for the personal. With 3.1 remaining in this first half. First personal on Thornton. Let's take a look. Yeah, I guess early on. And New York is thinking about challenging. I would not challenge that if I was Sandy Rondell in New York, and they're going to let it go.
The point place in a WNBA, the entire arena was doing the finger twirl. These fans know what they're talking about.
Coming up with the WNBA halftime presented by State Farm, Sabrina bounces back. Elle, Drea, and Chanae, yeah, that's where they are. They're up there at Barclays Center, live in Brooklyn. State Farm halftime. Collier hits both. The first free throws of the game for Minnesota. Inbound to Stewart, able to grab, hoist, and that'll do it. And Smith goes down as Stewart went tumbling, came underneath the ankle of Smith. Also tweaked in game one, reaching down to that left ankle. Minnesota able to shave 7 points off the deficit before the half. Had been down 17, go into halftime down 10 after their huge comeback in game one. And this was the end of that play. Stewart kind of got tripped up by Carlton. Then barrels into Smith, and Sabrina is with Collier.
Well, Sabrina, you've gotten out to a better start from an efficiency standpoint. What was your mindset coming into this game about your shot selection?
Just being aggressive, understanding I got to take the ones when I'm open and continue to do so aggressively.
There has been a noticeable uptick in physicality from your defense. How do you see it with your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, we got to hang our head on the defensive end. We know physicality is something that we need to continue to do, especially through the finals, and we got to bring that every single quarter.
They have gone on some runs, but then you answer with even bigger runs. How do you not let up when you get a big lead?
Yeah, I mean, basketball is a game of runs, and obviously we're going to learn from our last game and understanding what we got to do to continue to keep our lead and play within ourselves quarter by quarter.
Stewie has also had a good comeback performance, better shots, better efficiency. What are you seeing from her?
She's our veteran leader. She's been in this position many times, and so we continue to lean and trust on her, knowing she's going to make big shots after big shots, and we just got to stick with it possession by possession.
Key to the second half.
Come out and be just as aggressive as we were in the first.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you.
All right, Holly, Sabrina, thank you very much. Sabrina Ionescu, 14 points and 5 of 8 shooting in that first half. It's New York by 10 over Minnesota in game 2, looking to even up these best-of-5 finals. Elle, Drea, Chanae, State Farm halftime is coming up next.
WNBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV, are brought to you by Nike.
Say
it is what it is.
Until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Man, remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phones at googlestore.com.
I'm over it.
I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing O-Pill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. O-Pill, birth control in your control.
It was love at first sight for him, but I definitely said I love you first. We call each other love. I'm one.
When you know, you know. The Beer Wine Love Collection, exclusively at sales, the Diamond Store.
100 Republicans who worked in national security for Presidents Reagan, both Bushes, and for President Trump, now endorsing Harris for president.
She came up as a prosecutor, an attorney general, into the Senate. She has the kind of character that's going to be necessary in the presidency.
Vice President Harris is standing in the breach at a critical moment in our nation's history. We have a shared commitment as Americans to do what's right for this country. This year, I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Former generals, secretaries of defense, secretaries of the Army, Navy, and Air Force, CIA directors, and National Security Council leaders under Democratic and Republican presidents, Republican members of Congress, and even former Trump administration officials agree there's only one candidate fit to lead our nation, and that's Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Welcome to WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
The Minnesota Lynx down by as many as 17. Use a bit of a run before the break to get this thing back within 10. Stop me if you've heard that before, right? Hello and welcome into our halftime show. I'm Elle Duncan, Andrea Carter, Shanae Wnba. When we talk in WNBA Countdown, almost every response to what did the Liberty need to do better involves Sabrina Ionescu for you. What do you make of what you've seen in the first half? It's like she heard us. She 100% responded, and it's not so much the points, right? But it's the efficiency. You heard Rebecca Lobo talk about it. Sabrina was aggressive, yes, but she was also smart. She gave up the ball. President was going to come back to her. She wasn't playing off the bounce. The ball wasn't stuck in her hands. This was a beautiful shot. The head fake steps into it to give herself easier looks. In game one, she was 0-8 on contested shots in the first half. She only took 3 contested shots in that first half. A much smarter performance from Sabrina.
Yeah, and to me, being clutch doesn't just mean hitting the final shot of the game, especially in games of this magnitude in the WNBA Finals. It's your ability to bounce back, and we've seen Sabrina do exactly that. Game one shot, what, 29% from the field, already up to 62%, so that's impressive.
Yeah, and only had 3 threes in game one. Already has a pair of 3-pointers in this one, shooting 50% from deep. We have diagnosed what's going well. We will diagnose next how the Lynx can bridge this gap, get back in this thing, and go up 2-0 in the series. Sounds like, bring it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
This halftime report is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're a sports fan, nothing beats being there. And when you're with Amex Platinum, you never miss the next big moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Deciding which game to watch has always been tough. But with multi-view on YouTube TV, you can decide which games to watch. Try it free.
It's only a shot. Just throw it away.
While you were away, there were some developments. Fortunately, DoorDash can quickly come to your rescue. Your door to more. DoorDash.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
I was attacked. It's another room. You managed to get a 400-pound Siberian tiger into a studio apartment.
911, only Thursday on ABC.
Been sailing on these seas for the better part of my life. It's dangerous.
Her appendix is about to rupture. We need to do emergency surgery.
Ready for impact.
Dr. Odyssey, Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Welcome back to WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
That's right, we are closing in on second half action, but we want to give you today's game notes brought to us by our friends at Instagram. A reminder of how big this game was as you take a look at what was in Times Square today. The billboards for Nafisa, don't run from the smoke, and for Stewie,
Never that. Never that.
only number that matters is number one.
They need one win, yes.
Right, correct. And so, Drea, your game notes before the game were Sabrina Ionescu needing to step up. That has happened. What is your game notes after this first time?
From Sam's got to step up to Benijah's back. Because when you think about pivoting forward for the Lynx in the second half, what it looked like was Minnesota was going to let Benijah be the one to take the shots. Rightfully so, because Benijah has been struggling. She was 2 of 7 in game 1. She only had 5 points. However, Benijah's back. 5 of 6 from the field, 13 points. She's been efficient. So now if you're Minnesota, you have to account for Benijah. They've got to make a defensive adjustment because Benijah's back. Yes, absolutely. But also, when it comes to my game, you have to watch out for Stewie. Stewie, you might still have her 5 or 13 from the field and be like, we're doing a good job, but there's some key things that I want you to see. She's aggressive. She's a player that doesn't really show emotion, but watch this. She understands it may not be pretty, but I'm going to follow through on these plays. She's a beast on the boards, and watch the emotion from her. She literally screams, and then this energy is contagious. Jonquel Jones, also a beast on the boards. They out-rebounded on the offensive boards by 20 in game 1. If they want to keep that separation, they're going to have to continue to do that. Yeah, I think if you're Minnesota, you also have got to keep New York off the offensive glass. When we watched in game 1, I know New York lost, they took 90 field goals because they had 20 offensive rebounds. So now that New York is cooking, they've got a good lead. Minnesota, you've got to box out and not give them extra opportunities.
I joked a little bit about how this game is setting up a little bit like game 1 was, right? We saw the Liberty score over 30 points in that first quarter, and then we saw things tighten up a little bit. What do both teams learn from game 1 that they can apply here when they come out of the locker room?
To me, for New York, lean into your defensive lineups. I think down the stretch, the reason why they lost the game in game 1 is because Benijah was not really on the floor. If she's healthy and doing what she's doing, she can be a factor for them to really seal the deal. Well, if you're New York, you got to keep your foot on the gas. I mean, there were times where they let up. Look at that fourth quarter. They had multiple turnovers. I think it was in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. They had more turnovers than points. So if you're New York, you cannot get too relaxed. Those jump balls will come back to bite you. Tip basketballs will come back to bite you. They have got to be intense at all levels. Now, for Minnesota, it's really interesting that they have 13 assists on 16 field goals. New York has not really found a way to disrupt them offensively.
Sure.
They have to look to do that in the second.
I was going to say, what do you look at the box score? Because right now for the Liberty, it's a bit of a three-headed monster. You've got Sav and Stewie with 14 points and Benijah with 13 points. It's just 8, 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7. When you look at the box score for the Lynx, how does that play into their favor?
Well, it's a bright spot because there's balance, right? So when we talk about how Minnesota focus on people for New York is like, who do you focus on, right? Because there's so much balance scoring offensively, but I do think that could hurt Minnesota because they need to get feed the ball. Like, I know that balance is great, but you got to know who your superstar is, and they've got to get feed the ball in her spot. Yeah, they have a tremendous pull. Because Nafisa is playing some of the best basketball. We realized early in the postseason, she was averaging 40. Now she came in. The crazy thing about this Lynx team is whether she plays well or she doesn't, they find ways to win. But at this stage, the WNBA Finals, when you're trying to go on 2-0, going back home, you have to rely on her, and you have to get her more attempts. And that's what it needs to look like. 1 or 2 dribbles to get into her spot and then operate. She doesn't need to take a ton of dribbles in the half court. They got to get her in her spot so she can create.
Again, Nafisa Collier averaging over 26 points per game in this postseason. She's a walking bucket and has been through every single one of these rounds. That does it for us. After this, we get it back down to Rebecca and Ryan Rucco and Holly, Benijah, Laney, Hamilton. My girl Drea, right before tip, said she would be an X factor.
Somebody pay me.
13 points as her Liberty up 10 in game 2.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoop? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings Network, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet on this epic season. New customers, download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to score $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Jump ball at center court.
It's game time. Let's talk later. Step aside, man. Big man job.
This year we go back to back. Go so fast, JT.
Meet me on the floor, ASAP.
Y'all mind? Let's go.
And here we go.
Changes in the air. This isn't last season. This time, it's different.
Our team. Our house. Our time. We're powering forward through the playoffs. Barclays, official banking partner of the New York Liberty.
Police officers meet a lot of liars.
Guys just like Mike Lawler.
Congressman Lawler is lying about Mondaire Jones, and he knows it. The only guy in this race who voted to cut police funding is Mike Lawler. Lawler won't ban military-style assault weapons. That makes guys like me less safe.
It makes our community less safe.
Mondaire voted for record funding for police around here. When it comes to making the Hudson Valley safer, Mondaire's the guy. I'm Mondaire Jones, and I approve this message.
Don't miss the Columbus Day Parade, live on ABC 7, Monday at noon.
Welcome back to the WNBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV. In Brooklyn, New York, getting ready for the start of the second half of Game 2. And the Liberty, a 10-point lead on the Lynx. As we take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by ESPN Bet. Both teams shot it efficiently, a few more threes for New York. They once again with the battle on the glass and the points off of turnovers. Welcome to courtside once again, Ryan Rucco, alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. Well, we wanted to see what kind of bounce back there would be from Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu. Not just individually did we see it in the first half, but how they're playing together.
Yeah, those two performed really well in that first half, playing off of one another, feeding one another. We'll start with Brianna Stewart on the dime from none other than Sabrina Ionescu. Another one, feeding Stewie. Stepping into her shot confidently and then returning the favor. Stewie hitting Sabrina, and I love this one. Not only the actual assist, the screen assist as well. Those two came to play together.
Right now we get to chat with Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello. Coach, what'd you like most about the way your team played in that first half?
I thought we brought the energy. We're being very disruptive, making it hard for them, making it feel more uncomfortable than what we did in the first game.
Emphasize to us sharing the basketball offensively. What did you like there?
That's what hurt us in the last game. We just thought we're best when we play Liberty basketball, and it's ball play movement, getting everyone involved. But Stewie and Sabrina having a great game here, and if we keep trusting each other, great things will happen.
Thanks a lot, Sandy. We appreciate you fighting through the volume of this building. That is Sandy Brondello, the head coach of the New York Liberty, who has been the coach and one of the two coaches in the finals in 3 of the last 4 years.
New York looking for isolation for Jonathan Jones in the first half. There's a great help defense by the Minnesota Lynx.
Here's Stevens gets his step inside. He lays it. And see whether or not Jones got it all. Going to be a foul against New York, and it's either Jones or Phoebish. It'll be Phoebish, and it will be her second.
New York has just done a good job making the right decisions. Got the extra pass, and ball's thrown in hands.
So New York still without a field goal in a while. It's been 4 minutes since they got to the end of that first half. Since their last field goal. Smith diving in and hooking it home off the delivery from Williams.
Minnesota attacking that two times in a row. The on-ball screen. Courtney Williams making JJ defend.
Had just one lead change in game 1 on that Courtney Williams 4-point play. Have not had a lead change yet today. Lady Hamilton locked it up. First field goal with more than 4 minutes of game time for New York, and Lady Hamilton has 15. She's scoring double figures just once prior to this game in these playoffs. Calls in off. Smith gets a hand on it, and ends up with Stewart. Good job by John Boy Jones there. Whoa, that was too hot and a little behind. Ionescu from Stewart. nails it. And the 11th turnover for Minnesota.
Lady has had a really nice aggressiveness to her offensive game today. You have to balance being aggressive but not forcing it, and she has really been able to do that.
Total difference maker today for New York.
Yes.
Ionescu missed it. Long rebound out to Carlton. Courtney Williams, 7.6 assists thus far. Mays gets 7 assists on a beautiful dime inside to Smith.
Smith has a motor that doesn't stop, and she just works and works and works. We saw her last possession sprint the floor, couldn't get it, couldn't get it.
Lady Hamilton shoots everybody and lays it in. Cheryl Reed needs a timeout. 17 for Belgium.
Superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
New balance. We got now.
From my lips, my health, to my ears, real ones know that finding the right products can be a major struggle. Amaya, fire. Edges late. Curls, pop it. Frizz, I don't know her. For wash day, for every day. And don't even get me started on the smell. Created by me, for all of you.
Do you see? Horse! High potential is your next obsession. Yes! Caitlin Olsen is fantastic.
I'm just out here super passive.
And Tuesday.
You okay? It's my girls. Their father was supposed to drop them off last night. He never showed up.
Do you see this? Her girls were holding this in one of the pictures I saw. I know who took the girls.
High potential. New Tuesday on ABC.
On Friday, New York Liberty players participated in a junior WNBA event as part of the league's continued commitment to empowering girls to play basketball in a positive and healthy way. In partnership with AT&T, the event featured an on-court basketball clinic, a discussion about the values girls gain from playing sports, and a vision board workshop.
Well, I can tell you who's inspiring today, and that is Benijah Hamilton. She is just a must-remove off a knee procedure that she has been fighting back from, and she said, I'm not at my best, but I trust the work that I'm putting in. I am pushing through the pain. She's had manual work, flushes, laser treatment, heat, even hyaluronic acid. They are trying everything to make sure that knee can respond, and this is the best she's looked. A playoff career high point for Benijah Hamilton today.
Making a huge difference, Holly. Has had the second best plus-minus on the floor in this game as well for New York, which really impactful. Here's Carlton. Williams crossing over and leading with 3. They will take a look to see whether or not that's a 2 or a 3. They'll mark it as a 2 initially. By the way, they also took away the John Paul Jones bucket. It did come after the shot clock on that first possession of the third, so it's an 8-point New York lead. Here's Lady Hamilton fading. It's back in. On the rebound. Williams up ahead. Minnesota. Williams jumper. Here comes Courtney. Starting to cook.
has been hunting her three-point shot in this postseason in a way that she did not in the regular season. Ryan, is that a three or two? And then she calls this area about a foot or two inside the three-point line her kill spot. Cheryl Reeve calls it her hot zone. Either way, she's money when she gets there.
It's interesting, too, now that they're going to review whether or not that was a 2 or a 3 on that long jumper. It looks like Cody's on the line and will remain a 2, but we'll see for sure. But Courtney Williams doesn't shoot many threes during the regular season. And then all of a sudden in the playoffs, she does. In 2019, she made 16 total threes in the regular season. Then all of a sudden, her shooting threes helped ignite Connecticut's run to Game 5 of the final before losing to Washington. She hit 12 in the playoffs after 16 all regular season. This year, 23 the entire regular season, and already 11 here in these playoffs. I do not think she'll be awarded a 12th on that. But the officials still taking a look. What do you think?
I think her toe's on the line.
Yeah.
I think players should wear shoe color of whatever the color of the line is on that court that day, just for those moments.
I don't know if that would hurt or help, though. You might end up having one where you're actually behind it and they think you're touching it.
Maybe.
How about for New York, Rebecca? This is a team that blew multiple big leads in Game 1, historically so. They had a 17-point lead in the first half today. It's cut down to 6. How much is that creeping into their minds right now?
I don't think it is too much, and I think it's important here on this offensive set. What got them in trouble in Game 1? Going one-on-one, little iso ball. Sandy Brondello wants them moving, sharing, passing. See what kind of possession they have right here to answer this.
It is a 2 for Williams, so still a 6-point game. Game 1, New York led by 18 in the first half, had a cut to 2 in the third quarter, built it back to 15 midway through the fourth, before losing in overtime to Minnesota. Lynx went on an epic 18-2 run at the end of the fourth quarter. Here's Laney Hamilton, draws 2, backs away, now has Smith. Jones has Carlton underneath. Beavers finds her. Smith gets back. Laney Hamilton open. Hitting for 3 on a well-executed offensive set.
Really good offense and really good defense.
Here's Collier. Carlton. Through the lane. Good defense to bring in Esco.
A terrific reaching by Phoebus once again to help.
Beavers finds the cutter. Jones, the easy lay.
It's a little thing, but defensively, that last possession, Phoebus right there, just reaching in, making it a little bit harder for Carlton.
Laney Hamilton picks up the foul, her first of the game. By the way, something to keep an eye on. Holland was talking about how well Laney Hamilton has played in this game. She's also extending her minutes in a way we have not seen. New York has generally kept her around 25 minutes in these playoffs. She's already up to 20 minutes. Behind off, Jones the rebound. Smith the rebound. Courtney Williams, 11 points, 7 assists, 4 boards for Minnesota. Collier battling with Phoenix inside, and Stewart comes over the steal. Here's Stewart, the lob to Jones. Jones got it stripped. Both teams have turned it over 12 times here in Game 2. A big number midway through the third. And that's going to be an offensive foul as Collier nails Phoebus. Going to be number 2 on Collier at the 13th Minnesota turnover.
Phoebus has just been battling the last couple of possessions inside, trying to get around the piece of Collier. Takes one right to the neck.
Yeah, a little elbow to the throat.
Yeah, never good.
Never good. Collier has been the most productive player in these playoffs so far. Today has been held in check by New York. We saw him have a big second half of game one. Stewart, the foul on the floor against Collier. That'll be the third personal on Nafisa. That'll be the first team foul against Minnesota. For those maybe new to the game, offensive fouls do not count towards team fouls in the program.
Those old to the game are welcome as well.
Yeah. Collier comes over the steal. Here's Collier in transition. Big steal and bucket there from Nafisa Collier. 6-point New York lead. Lady Hamilton draws two. Has a knocked away by Smith. 14th New York turnover. Heidemann in from Minnesota. Courtney Williams getting a breather. Collier fouled by Stewart. Boy, the physicality between those two has been remarkable. It's going to be the second personal on Stewart. 13th foul on New York.
Nafisa Collier is the defensive player of the year this season. We saw so many blocks in game one. There she gets the steal as well. Just plays solid defensively inside. And now we see the smaller players, both Sloop and Natisha Heidemann together.
Lady Hamilton getting a breather. And a foul here on Thornton as she was pinballing off of multiple Lynx. It'll be the 14th foul on New York.
We're talking about the physicality all game long, and there, Kayla Thornton trying to fight over the screen, but goes through it instead.
Jonquil Jones and Lainey Hamilton. Jones remains on the floor. Lainey Hamilton gets the breather with Stevens for New York. McBride can't toss it in. Collier's putback is good. It's a 4-point game.
Collier did a really good job not bringing the ball down. Caught it and quickly put it back up.
Here's Jones on the low. Lays it in off the delivery from Western.
Sandy Brondello told us before the game she really needed Jonquil Jones to roll hard to the basket, and that is why you can get open.
It's the fourth field goal of the quarter for New York, who has 5 turnovers in this third. 5 to shoot here. Collier catches, leans, goes the rebound. Jones wrestles away, and a tie-up is called. New York upset thinking it was a foul. Instead, it's another Nafisa Collier tie-up, and if it was a foul, it would have been her 4th.
We've seen this throughout the games 1 and here in game 2, how efficient Nafisa Collier is at getting jump balls.
I think that's the right call.
I think that's the right call, too.
And a whistle, a lane violation here on Heidemann is going to give New York the basketball.
So Collier comes in. Yeah, I think she does a good job of getting her hands on it without smacking JJ's arm.
I agree.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just...
No, I'm just emphasizing the agreement now. That is going to be number 4 on Nafisa Collier.
This is saying to her, please, how is that on me? She pushed me.
Wants to challenge it. She is imploring her bench to give her intel, and her bench says no, do not challenge that.
But you can understand Nafisa's argument. She's got Brianna Stewart's shoulder going into her, which propels her into Sabrina Ionescu.
So now how does Minnesota handle Collier on the bench with 4? Mark the time and score, 57-51 New York, under 3:20 to go in this third. Stewart nearly loses it. Sloppy start to the possession for New York. Jones, turning, big hit. Rebound, Hines Allen, here comes Minnesota. Courtney Williams and Collier on the bench at the moment for the Lynx. Collier because of the foul, Smith off by a lot. Scores the rebound, her 5th, to go with 5 assists and 14 points. Jones, a lot of dribbling from Jonquil. Lifts it out to Thornton. Stewart, 6 to shoot. Stewart, over to Jones. Jones with 1 to shoot. Misses the layup. Here comes McBride. Smith. McBride. Harassed by Thornton. Remember, Minnesota is in the bonus. And they will shoot free throws here. As Vandersloot got switched on Atlanta Smith. First personal on Vandersloot, and free throws here for Atlanta Smith.
Smith just continued to post, and she didn't get it initially, and sometimes post players will give up. She continues to try to bury Sloot in the paint, and as a result gets to the free throw line.
Smith, 75% on the season, just under 70% in her career from the line. That's the first. It's time for Try It Free Throws, brought to you by YouTube TV. Scan the QR code to unlock your 10-day free trial. YouTube TV, try it free today. Manny Hamilton and Phoenix remain on the bench for New York. Throughout the season series, both playoffs, Commissioner's Cup regular season, Phoenix is the only member of New York with a positive performance against Minnesota. As Stewart misses that runner.
Without power in the game, you see New York immediately going to bring Stewart with a head full of steam to the bucket.
4-point game. New York led by as many as 17 in the second quarter. Hyman throws it away. Minnesota. Vandersloot had some space, didn't take it, bounces in. Stewart's foul before the attempt. First foul in the final 2 minutes on Minnesota, so it's not out of bounds here for New York.
Really nice post up by Brianna Stewart. She saw where Sloot was. She was calling for the basketball, had her defender on her back. But sometimes players post up and they don't really look like they want it. Stewie looked like she wanted it, and that's why Sloot passed it inside.
How about this go back up? Serena and Stewart have both not scored in this third quarter yet. They're both at 14 in the first half. Here's Vandersloot. And a foul, and it's still put Stewart at the line. Second foul in the last 2 minutes. Will be Vandersloot doing a good job playmaking for Brianna Stewart. And Stewart will shoot two. A low-scoring third quarter. Minnesota 14, New York 8. Stewart, of course, as Holly detailed earlier, was very upset with herself for the missed free throw with .8 to go in game one. But we're going to be up the lead. Wants those opportunities to be ready for them when they come again. 6-point New York lead. Minnesota's trio. Well, you've got 4 tennis starters on the bench right now. Orca Juhas, who didn't get minutes in game one, able to show it here. Carlton gives it up. Juhas got it. What a rejection from Brianna Stewart. Vandersloot finds Stewart in the corner.
For probing the baseline, drawing the D, and getting it to Stewart.
Thornton comes away with a knockaway. Sandra Lassini gets back to it. They call it a 2 for Stewart on that jumper. 8-point New York lead. Carlton at 3. It is off the mark. Vandersloot with pace. Steals back. 9-second difference game in shot clock. Stewart picks it up, solidly into the corner, Thornton short. Carlton the rebound, 7 seconds left in the quarter. Hines Allen gets met by Vandersloot, 2 seconds left, and that will do it for the third. The third final few possessions for New York, after Minnesota had closed to it in 4, and then for the quartet starters on the bench. Katie Kerr can join the action. The Liberty lead by 8, but Laney Hamilton, a huge reason why she is the top.
Well, you have a career playoff high points in this game so far. How have you been able to fight
physically to be at your best today?
Man, that shot finally picked it. No, but the team has been doing everything to, get me healthy, get me to my best. And, just trusting God that He wants to see me through. We've been preparing for these moments and we're just trying to make the most out of it.
You guys' offense went a little stagnant there. What are the keys to getting back to what you do and getting a flow back?
I think continue to grind through it. We don't want to fix what's not broken. So we know what got us here. So continue to do those things. We know that they're going to make adjustments, but we have to make them react to us.
All right, thanks, Pete.
Najee Hamilton with 17, a record crowd here at Barclays Center, over 18,000. Saw that rejection from Breanna Stewart. This long jumper, and Sabrina Ionescu in the Liberty. Fired up, leading by 8.
People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Man, remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until it didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phones at googlestore.com.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or is allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
That's about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
This story is mad good.
Thanks, boo.
Ice Spice?
Wait, who's that?
It's my ex lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm a star now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable.
I love you.
Yes. Oh, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low-stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball.
This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W.
Basketball's fun. Welcome back. We're getting a look at Barclays Center from immersive view in Google Maps, which you can use to explore places and routes. And today, a Liberty record at Barclays Center, 18,040 fans in attendance. The energy of this building consistently through the roof over the last couple of years, and particularly poignant today.
The game here is a party, and even during the timeouts, it's a party. And they've looked to do such an incredible job with their game day operations. And obviously, the team doesn't have
Start of the fourth quarter of Game 2 of these best-of-5 finals. 8-point New York lead. Williams this
the super strong lineup that they went with at the end of the fourth quarter of Game 1, but they are productive together.
Father Don knows what time it is. Ionescu had a poke from behind. Ionescu did not score in that third as McBride picks up the foul.
Hot zone kill spot. Boys, we've seen Courtney Williams start the course of her career. 1 or 2 dribble pull-up, just marking great elevation on that shot. Tough to defend.
And of course, quartet of starters back in for Minnesota, including Collier with 4 fouls. As Ionescu will get the pass from Laney Hamilton. Stewart, after a brief breather, it's Jones. Up comes. Jones finds Laney Hamilton to the shoot. Laney Hamilton. 19 for Laney Hamilton. They will review whether or not she got that off in time. Collier sees a crowd. Collier travels. 15th Minnesota turnover.
That was terrific defense by the Minnesota Lynx last possession, and sometimes you just need a player, even when there's good defense, who can go get a bucket. 3 different players trying to defend Laney Hamilton, still able to get it off. Tight.
Not sure if that was going to hold up. Jones shovels out. She gets fouled by Vandersloot. And they will look to see whether or not this is upgraded for a reckless closeout and a flagrant foul penalty won after a big 3 by Vandersloot, a big mistake on the other end.
Just trying to close out into the chest. Heidemann has that little kick.
The personal foul called on under review for a possible reckless closeout.
That's where you just got to keep flying by and get out of the landing space. Tell you what, Ryan, we saw prior to that, Courtney Vandersloot hit the 3 the other end. 2-hour practice yesterday, I don't know that I saw her miss a 3. She was stepping into that confidently.
And the way they play off of her, she has to shoot it.
Yes.
And she's given New York some good minutes in the second half after playing just 4 in the first half.
See it here, just nobody even stunts at her. Courtney Williams looks and says, you know, all right, it's Snoop. We'll let her take that one. The veteran steps in confidently and just makes the mistake on the other end on defense.
If this is upgraded, it's 3 free throws and the ball for Minnesota. One of the things they look at in a reckless closeout is potential for injury. If you remember, this ball stems from the conference finals between the Spurs and the Warriors, where Zaza Pachulia stuck his foot out underneath Kawhi Leonard and injured Leonard for the remainder of that series.
Since they've started using the phrase reckless closeout, we use it in our house.
On what?
I don't know, just random things.
Just life?
Reckless closeout, yeah. You don't? Not yet?
I've never done that.
I would like you to.
But the foul by Courtney Vandersloot is deemed to be a reckless closeout. It is a flagrant foul, penalty 1. 3 free throws plus the ball at the free throw line extended with a new 24.
And that's obviously a massive call after you hit a momentum 3, go back up by 11. New York could potentially have a 5 or 6 point possession. You see the way she flies under the foot of Heidemann. The potential for injury there. And it is a reckless closeout. And a flagrant foul. Vandersloot, the veteran who has adjusted nicely to coming off the bench for New York. As Deebish has starred in her starting role. Heidemann gets to shoot these free throws without anybody occupying the lane. This is the first. Taking a look at the upcoming WNBA Finals schedule. Wednesday on ESPN in Minnesota. It's game 3, 8 Eastern. If there's a game 4, it'll be Friday on ESPN. Also 8 Eastern. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. And just because if there's a game 5, it will be a week from tonight back at Barclays Center. Heidemann hits 2. sixth rebound. Hands from Lady Hamilton. Lady Hamilton gets inside. Jones the rebound. In a crowd. And guess what? We have another jump ball with the Fisa Collier.
I gotta get our stats and information to go back to game one and count how many jump balls were caused by Nafisa Collier. Just gets in with the reach, does it well. You know, for her still going after those as well with 4 fouls.
Jones has the advantage here. And Roy Van says, hold your spots.
Like yelling at his kids.
Knocked around, grab by Minnesota. Heidemann, Smith, Collier, Williams, and McBride for Minnesota. This small ball lineup, they played well with. Times with Williams and Heidemann on the floor together in game one. McBride takes the three. Another big bucket from Taylor McBride. 6-point game. Here's Ionescu. Stewart getting hugged in the lane, and the foul is called on Heidemann. Second team foul against Minnesota.
Right now with 8 points, she gets the nice dish from Natisha Heidemann. Great at the catch and shoot threes. And on this end, when there's been no switches, and Heidemann is stuck as the mouse in the house on any big, she just will wrap her up and take the foul.
Thievish back in for Vandersloot. So much bigger New York lineup now.
Bigger was better.
Here's Williams with 5 to shoot. 2 to shoot. And offensive foul. Stewart was trying to post Heidemann. Knocked her down, and third personal on Stewart. New York turns it over for a 16th time. Much to that girl's dismay.
Natisha Heidemann, 5'8" and slender. And these last couple of possessions just giving up her body as she competes on the defensive end.
Both teams have turned it over on in game 2. 6-point New York lead. Liberty led the whole way. Williams dancing. Stewart on her. Collier. We've seen that before. A 7-0 Minnesota run. Jones bodying in. Spinning. Can't grab the foul. And Jonquil Jones will shoot 2.
Courtney Williams just did a great job penetrating the baseline and drawing defenders. And after she did, eyes up, who can she find? Nafisa Collier, this is tough. That looks so much like that go-ahead basket in overtime.
Checking with Holly Rowe.
Well, that shot also reminds me of a couple of shots we saw Maya Moore make back in the great Lynx run. It's really fitting that Maya Moore is Nafisa Collier's favorite player. They're both from Jefferson City, Missouri. Grew up watching Maya, really idolized her, and got to meet her when she was in high school, then again when she was a Jordan All-American. There's no mistake that that shot looks like Maya's because she watched a lot of film and loves to copy those moves.
There's also no mistaking, Holly, that had Maya not retired early to dedicate herself to social justice, Minnesota would not have gone these 7 years between finals appearances. Williams.
I'm not ignoring you. I was trying to figure out if New York was in the zone or jump defense that last possession.
Ionescu gives it up. Jones. Airmails the 3. 6-point New York lead, under 6 to go. Smith was leaking out. Collier couldn't get it to her. And a foul on Ionescu. That'll be the second team foul on New York in this fourth. 5:55 to go. Another tight one in Brooklyn.
It's only a shot. Just throw it away.
messed up in the past, but I want to say this to the family. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, I...
Guess how much I paid on delivery fee for this dinner and wine?
$0. A toast to $0.
Dash Pass, your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
I'm over it.
I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing Opill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Opill, birth control in your control.
Hey Marcus, I'm in an ESPN on Hulu Plus live TV commercial. Can we run lines?
Oh, we got this.
ESPN has over 1,000 college football games,
With marquee rivalry.
conference championships, and playoff games.
Plus 22 Monday Night Football regular season games and 2 postseason matchups.
And you can watch it all on ESPN on Hulu Plus live TV.
Watch all of this glorious football on ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Jeez, Marcus, maybe you should be in the commercial.
We about to level up. We about to level up.
The next icon of vacations, star of the seas. Book today.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach K, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this?
$1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance. Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
Liberty fans hoping there's not deja vu here in Game 2. Lynx trailed by 17 and cut it to 6 in this fourth quarter. Let's go back to that epic Game 1. New York had led all games, leading by 3 in the final seconds. Courtney Williams, the three-pointer plus the foul, a 4-point play gave Minnesota its first lead. That was 0.8 to go. Brianna Stewart foul hits the first to tie the game. This is the second. Stewie frustrated. We go to overtime where Courtney Williams continues her show. Big bucket after big bucket. Looked like the Lynx had control, but then a key turnover from Williams, a leader from Ionescu, a steal from John Quill Jones tied the game. Then a Collier bucket put Minnesota up 2, and Brianna Stewart's layup did not go at the buzzer to force the second overtime. Minnesota stealing Game 1 in epic fashion and trying to pull off another comeback here in Game 2, and they just got a little bit closer. The Benanja Hamilton bucket from a few moments ago deemed after the shot clock had expired. So it is now a 4-point game, 66-62. Minnesota with the basketball. Two buckets for New York in the second half come late upon review. And a kick here will keep things with Minnesota. Here was that bucket from Benanja Hamilton, barely in her hands, but you can see that top line of the backboard indicating that the shot clock had expired.
Ryan, it looks to me like New York might be in a triangle and a 2 here. You see Brianna Stewart at the top of it on Tisha Heidemann.
Collier gets free. It's a 2-point game.
Handled really well by the Minnesota Lynx. Fevers on Collier, able to get it inside, go one-on-one.
In New York, have the mental toughness and the execution necessary to even up this series and not collapse again. Jones, no, rebound Minnesota. And a poor decision from Jones, just hugging in the backcourt. Her third personal and the third team foul on New York.
Leonie Fevers here is tasked with defending Collier. And just look at her. Not only with the wide base, holding off with the upper body as well, leading to the easy 2. New York back to man-to-man.
Here is Heidemann, directing traffic. Off to Williams. Under 5 to go in the fourth quarter of Game 2. Minnesota a 1-0 series lead. Williams loses it. Scoring over the ground. Opportunity for New York in transition. Stewart jumps it down. Laney Hamilton has size and height of it. Laney Hamilton nuzzling in the footwork. Can't finish it. Gets it back. And a foul is called on who? Williams is down, so is Laney Hamilton, and the foul is called on Benijah Laney Hamilton. A loose ball foul, that's the 14th foul on New York. So now Minnesota will shoot the rest of the way. New York is debating whether or not they want to challenge this. I don't know. What do you think, partner? Is there enough there from Laney Hamilton? She gets a lot of ball with the right hand, but does she also catch the face of Courtney Williams?
Enough, I think, that it wouldn't be overturned.
Remember, New York did not challenge a ball that was out of bounds on Williams in the final 15 seconds of overtime that would have awarded them possession before Collier's game-winning bucket. They don't challenge here either. Stewart plays over the stand, gets it to Phoebus, 4-on-4. Back-to-back steals from Breanna Stewart. And on the shot clock, Stewart through the lane, misses. Jones, the putback is good. 12 points, 8 rebounds for Jonquel Jones. Lead is 4 for New York. Williams here in the lane.
She's just handled that switch so well throughout the course of this series. It comes, she's able to use her quickness to get by, going right.
15 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds for Courtney Williams. Sabrina Ionescu has not scored in the second half. Laney Hamilton in the corner. Three. Huge bucket from Benijah. A 20-point game for Laney Hamilton. Under 3 minutes to go in the fourth. McBride wants it. Stewart. Nearly stolen, but it will be New York ball. 2:52 to go in the fourth quarter of Game 2. New York looking to even up the series.
WNBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV. Try it free today. And in part by Nike.
Deciding which game to watch has always been tough. But with multi-view on YouTube TV, you can decide which games to watch. Try it free.
New Balance. What you got now?
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
That purple tide, everyone who sees you falls in love. I can feel the love.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead. Press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Kindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on Lynx. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
A big play, end to end. Defense to offense, digging in, making the tough play, leading to a 9-point lead for the New York Liberty.
Davis over 60% from three with volume in these playoffs. And even though they have the advantage, decided to fire away knowing perhaps if she missed, they'd be in position for an offensive board as well. But huge stops defensively down the stretch for New York. Minnesota cut it to 2, 66-64. And have gone 1 for 5 from the floor since with 2 turnovers.
That is because of the energy with which New York has been playing defense. We saw Stewie first. We saw that last possession, Sabrina cutting things off. They are digging in on the defensive end, trying to turn it into a little bit easier offense the other way.
Minnesota had been down 2 with the ball. And New York came up with those 2 Breanna Stewart steals back-to-back. By 9, looking to even up these best-of-5 finals in a game apiece.
And this is the super small lineup for Minnesota. 5 3-point shooters on the floor.
Williams, Carlton, Heidemann, Collier, McBride. Here is Heidemann. She gets loose. Can't hit the 3. Got a great look. Collier able to save it, but Stewart grabs. Stewart then loses it. Heidemann has it. Randy Richardson has said, did she throw that at me? He said, no. Timeout taken by Sandy Brondello. As Sabrina Ionescu was trapped in the corner with 41 seconds remaining. New York has held Minnesota just 2 points in the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds. And Rebecca, what a test for the Liberty. Has 17-point first half lead in game 2 after blowing an 18-point first half lead, a 15-point lead 5 minutes ago in game 1. It was all melting away. Minnesota had cut it to 2, had the basketball late in this fourth, but it's been all New York in the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds. This time, rising to the challenge.
What have we seen throughout the course of the regular season and here in these playoffs? And we brought it up many times, just not yet on this telecast. Their experience from a year ago, losing in the finals, and how they kind of crumbled in that game 4, and how that has helped them grow and learn here in 2024.
New York with just its reset remaining now. Minnesota, 1 timeout, 1 reset. Brianna Stewart, her 9th career 20-point game in the finals, 2nd most all time. Only Maya Moore with more. Brianna Stewart also is number 1 all time in finals point per game average. L mentioned it on the pregame, but only once this year has New York lost back-to-back games. That was all the way back in May.
They were unable to advance because they took the timeout after inbounding in the dribble.
Ionescu lobs it into Stewart across the timeline. Stewart trapped off to Ionescu, who is fouled by Williams. Free throws here for Sabrina Ionescu. Minnesota gets ready to empty its bench. This is the free throw. Still has not scored in the second half, but also has attempted just 1 shot after she attempted 26 in game 1, which is the 2nd most ever in a finals game. Only Kathy Convex was 28 back in 2007 more. Good decision-making from Ionescu for the second half. Outstanding defense. And New York able to meet the pressure this time and rise above it. Minnesota has emptied its bench. Jonquel Jones off the steal. Jones lays it in for the exclamation point. The 2024 WNBA Finals are even at a game apiece. New York takes game 2, 80-66 the final. After Minnesota closed it to 66-64 with 5:36 to go, the Liberty answer and close out this game on a 14-2 run to even up the finals at a game apiece. Brianna Stewart, a historic line tonight. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Best of 5 finals will be Wednesday night at Target.
We had a little technical difficulty, but the game went mostly as it did last game. New York got out to a big lead. Minnesota clawed their way back